Growing up, I always felt like an outsider in my own home. I was the middle child in a family where my older brother was the golden child, and my younger sister was everyone's favorite. No matter how hard I tried, it felt like I was invisible. If I brought home good grades, my parents barely noticed. If my siblings achieved even the smallest thing, it was celebrated like a grand event. When I was a teenager, I wanted to save up for my first phone. I worked small jobs, mowing lawns, babysitting, and helping neighbors. But when I finally had enough money, my parents gave my sister a brand new phone without her lifting a finger. They told me I didn't need one because I was responsible enough to manage without it. It felt like nothing I did was ever enough. At school, things weren't any easier. I was quiet and kept to myself, which made me an easy target for bullies. They mocked me for wearing second-hand clothes and not having the latest gadgets. I spent most of my breaks alone in the library, dreaming of the day I could leave it all behind. By the time I turned 18, I knew I had to get out. I took a job at a local cafe and saved every penny I could. My parents called me ungrateful for wanting to move out, but I was tired of being overlooked and undervalued. Within a year, I rented a tiny studio apartment, small, but it was mine. I worked long hours while taking online courses in the evenings. I was exhausted, but I was free. Every challenge made me stronger. While my siblings relied on my parents for everything, I learned how to navigate life on my own. I developed skills in graphic design and eventually landed a job at a small tech company. By the time I was 25, I had climbed the ranks and became a lead designer. I no longer needed anyone's approval. I traveled to places I had only dreamed of and surrounded myself with people who valued me for who I was. My family started to see my success and tried to reconnect, but I no longer needed their validation. I had built a life for myself, a life they once told me I could never have. Every struggle I faced only fueled my determination, and in the end, I became stronger than I ever thought possible.